So hello and welcome viewers for match number 2 here in the CFU Boys Under 14 Challenge Series. It's going to be Dominica coming up against the British Virgin Islands in some lovely football action here where we see the next generation of footballers on show. It's going to be an intriguing clash in group number 2. Group B, Tier 2 action. Dominica versus the British Virgin Islands. We see two evenly matched teams coming up for an intriguing and exciting clash. We see 4 goals in the first game. Turks and Caicos coming out 3-1 winners over Anguilla in the first game. So stay tuned for live coverage coming up as we go through the lineups and kickoff in a short bit.
Captain?
I get it, rules are rules if he's grounded!
Series presents the Italianos, 3 new subs made with an Italian flair. Say ciao to the zesty hotshot Italiano, the tastier than ever ultimate BMT, or go all in with the boss. Each served with a free 16-ounce drink. Elevate your game at Subway.
Bob, I know it's dangerous, but you're the only one who can unite the people. You ready, Bob?
No guns can stop this message. I want the world to change.
So welcome back for action in game number 2. We see Dominica coming up against the British Virgin Islands. So the anthems of both teams will be blasted through our speakers here. that? So there you have it, folks. The anthems of the two teams participating here this afternoon. It's going to be Dominica in their white and green strips, and the British Virgin Islands, BVI, in their yellow and green strips. I'm going to have the team list as follows. It's going to be Dominica led by Asfa Banis, their captain, wearing the number 2 shirt. Number 12 is their goalkeeper, Edric Agustin. Number 3 is Daniel Christian. Number 5, Marlo Lewis. Number 6, Dino Ambo. Number 9 is Taran George. Number 13, Javon Hamilton. Number 15, Peter Greenway. Number 16, Che Etienne. Number 17, Jean Lockhart. Number 20, Carlis Provost. Rounding off the starting 11. Their substitute bench, Kian Buchan, number 1. Ellen Pascal, number 4. Kilano Williams, number 7. Jaden Thomas, number 8. Lemari Frederick, number 10. Shikwan Gustav, number 11. Jeswani Belize, number 14. Tishon Christmas, number 18. Roxon Kupil, number 19, rounding off the Dominican squad. The BVI team will be led by Miles Penn, number 7. Trevon Stevens, their goalkeeper, number 1. James Tucker Davis, number 2. Bryson Whalers, number 3. Devin Daly, number 4. Shaden Freitas, number 8. Tyreek Charles, number 9. Etienne Mohammed, number 10. Joel Guilford, number 11. Shamari Leonard, number 13. Carlon Stewart, rounding off their playing 11, number 15. Zad Chewell will be the number 5 on the bench. Quinn Pass Woodfield, number 12. Kyrick Matthew Akori Sebastian, number 16. Kirjani Privos, number 17. Emery Jones, number 19. And Delani Gordon. Their head coach is Josette Gregg. That's how they line up. The match officials for this evening's proceedings is James Giovanni. First assistant is Bimad Washad. Kid Jazani is your second. Davis Porsche. And match official is Sid Clarin. So there you have it. The starting lineups for this evening's proceedings. So it's going to be Dominica in their white strips, led by Taran George, number 9. So this one is played back nicely. It's going to be Daniel Christian on the ball there now. So this looks to be a fast pace. This one he's knocked out there. So number 11 for the BVI is Joel Guilford. This one is played back aimlessly. Sporting number 20. Is Privos. So it's Dominica in their white strips, moving from left to right. This one is a chance here. Inside of the box is number 16. It's appeal for a penalty shout. It's not given. Che Etienne going to ground there. Che Etienne, number 16. So offside call there, so a good start there. So the BVI, small in structure. There's this one punched away from the goalkeeper, Trevon Stevens. Dominica coming to the party here. Had two of their homegrown boys represent the West Indies test team there in the recently concluded test match. So this one is Etienne again. Etienne there in possession, playing it off to Christian. So we see the chance. Che Etienne bundle over the ball there. The penalty shout. Unsuccessful there. This one is played in. Bouncing in to the area, but dealt with effectively by the defenders of the BVI outfit. So changing personnel to take this corner. It's going to be that man, number 5, Mario Lewis, for Dominica to swing this in-swinging corner. Looking to latch on to one of the oncoming players. And this one is low and hard and across the face of goal. This one swings possession back in to favor of the Dominicans here. This one is number 3, Daniel Christian. And that man Etienne turning sharply. But Tucker Davis had other ideas. Sporting the surfer look. Blonde hair blowing in the wind. Like someone of a Quicksilver of a Billabong commercial. So this one, Etienne again with another chance, but a poor delivery in the end. So this one is played out of. So it's going to be BVI on the throw now. So Etienne again, Che Etienne on the ball here, slips this one through for, this is a chance and he's lobbed him. And a good hand in the end. It's a good save there. Trevon Stevens. So Taran George there with that chance. So we see early of the exchanges here. Dominica with the bulk of the possession. BVI going to have other ideas of this. So he's bundled off the ball there. Pouched in the back. And knocked over is that young man. Looking to make early inroads there. This one is poor effort in the end. BVI taking up the attack with number 9, Terry Charles. So it's Peter Greenway breaking away for Dominica. And this one is played on the outside of the boot. Looking for Taran George, but he's designated as offside there by the referee. So Dominica mashing the accelerator early on here. This one is played straight to Charles. Charles with a chance here. He looks to lob the keeper, but it's a good hold again there by Stevens. A bit of indecisiveness from the back line of the BVI outfit. And possession changes quickly again. So this one again on the left hand flank. So it's Dominica in their wide strips kicking from left to right. This one is played into the side of the box. This one is straight to the goalkeeper Stevens, who has had a lot to do in the opening 6 minutes or so here. So that is Etienne Charles here again. Number 16 playing this one nicely into the foot of Ambo. So it's the captain Miles Penn for the BVI outfit to create BVI outfit looking a bit lackluster here in the opening of the exchanges. So there's a chance wide of the target. So Stevens some formidable names coming to hand here, but definitely their captain Miles Penn is going to be the one to watch for this, the BVI outfit. Ethan Mohammed as well in the mix of things. But this man, Etienne Charles, so a free kick in a desirable position here for Dominica. Looking to whip this one in is Bennis, their captain. We've grown used and seen the captain normally in charge of most of the dead balls. So this one is looking for a chance here, placed inside. This one is straight to keeper Stevens, dealt with quite comfortably in the end. One is played out to the far end, right hand flank, but is gone off for a throw for BVI. So made mention before, this one has lush green outfield but has not used full. So this one is Ambo again. So it's with number 9, Tyreek Charles. Played in nicely, looking to slip him through. So Tara and George, they're unable to get to the end of that one. So it's Che Etienne, the number 16, he's looking to slip him through here. And Che Etienne has a chance and he slips it through Stevens and breaks the deadlock. And Che Etienne grabs the first goal for Dominica, and Dominica take an early lead inside 11th minute. And some jubilant scenes here for the Dominican. We see some dance moves there. These young men. So we see Dominica with early of the exchanges here. Breaks the deadlock, beating the oncoming Trevon Stevens and Che Etienne grabs the first goal for this evening's proceeding. So that man, Asfa Benes, his charge is taking first bite of the cherry. So this one is played out. Possession changes. And Leonard looking to sneak this one through. And it's Leonard into Guilford. So it's Dominica again looking to press here. And this one is another chance. And he's in. And he's goal! Boy, oh boy. Tyreek Charles making the mistake there. And it's Taron George with a comfortable goalkeeper. Tevon Sevens not coming to cut the angle. And it's the green boot of Taron George that doubles their lead now in the 13th minute. No, my friends, that is not a highlight. That is live play. And Taron George making the BVI outfit pay. Stevens in the early exchange looked quite competent and comfortable within the uprights. But has seen his team gone 2-0 down. So the early of the exchange is dominated by the Dominican team. Seal, stamped and deliver two good-looking goals there. It's a case of repeating what has happened in the first game. So Turks and Caicos go 2-0 up early there. So Che Etienne and Taron George, the goal scorers so far. As you see their captain Banis looking for Etienne again, and he's in for a shot here. Over pushing on this occasion. See the back line of this BVI outfit just backing away and not really coming out and making a tackle or closing the angle. So I think this one he's pushed through again here, and Etienne is in for another, and he's offside this time. These youngsters have their work cut out for them from the get-go. Played over the top there, and Captain Miles Penn looking to settle down his team here. Headed away by Lewis. Lewis looking for Lockhart on the far end, left-hand flanked. Daly puts that one off. So it's going to be whipped away into the middle of the park there now. Number 5 is Marlo Lewis. So it's going to be Daniel Christian to settle things down. Possession changes, and it's going to be Fritz to get this one away. This one is a loose ball. Put out a play, but it's going to be a throw-in. So this way, we see a replay here. This one, bit of possession mixed up and slid through. This one is Etienne tucking this one through the legs of a diving Trevon Stevens. And the second goal here. Taron George quick to pounce on that loose ball and slotting home. back here live now. So Dominica leading by a comfortable 2-0 cushion within the first 17 minutes of this fixture. BVI with their work cut out for them here. It's going to be a task to get back into this one for certain. So there's a nice turn. Miles Penn getting struck. So Donald Christian in the midst of everything here thus far. So it's going to be Tyreek Charles. This one is up and over. Banis, the captain of the Dominican outfit here this afternoon. It's going to be Ambo looking for Danis. Danis to Hamilton. Hamilton to Greenway. Greenway. Etienne. Etienne to Prevost. Goes off for a through. The weather has held up nicely here in the western side of Trinidad. See the lights of the carnival-like atmosphere for some good toss and tuning there. This one is played inside into Etienne and George looking to get this one. This one is a good turn, a neat turn in the middle of the park there. He's sliding this one through down the right-hand side. Some no-nonsense clearance there. So Mohammed unable to get on to that loose delivery from Charles. So Mohammed looking to cross this one in and unable to do that. This one is a loose ball just outside of the box. Short man in structure. So this one is Che Etienne again with the loose ball looking for his partner George to run onto this one. Stephen is managing to roam a bit far off his line to clear that one. So it's Daniel Christian with the through. Into Mario Lewis. Edric Agustin in the sticks. So this one is played out to Prevost. Looking for some space when the possession changes here. It's going to be Tyreek Charles to slip this one through. It's a good looking ball. Nowhere to go in the end. Miles Penn there. A bit penned up in the end. Unable to get this one into the thick of things and cause any cause for concern. So it's going to be Penn. Leaving it late for Tucker Davis. So sure, this is a chance and he hoiks this one. Unable to make relatively decent contact with that one. And brushes it aimlessly. Let's not forget you're watching CFU action in the boys under 14 2024 challenge series. This one is played out to Etienne again. Etienne just making sure that he's now. It's a good sharp turn. They're turning him inside out. And a chance here. But just over pushing. He still manages to get a foot on the ball there. Turning Freights inside out. This one is a bubbled ball. Stevens will deal with this one relatively easily. This one is dealt with in the middle of the park there by Hamilton. So Leonard, Shamari Leonard in the middle of the park. So Tyreek Charles, relatively unscathed at the top of the leading the line here. This is Taron George. This one is slipping his one through. Good deflection there. Changing the course of the ball. So this one is Penn. Penn in the head of things, and he slipped through here, and it's Tariq Penn, and it's Penn. Oh, and it's just some inches away from getting his team back into this one. Miles Penn. So when he's played, and this one out is Banis. Tucker Davis. Tucker Davis again there. Unable to control. It's given away in a peculiar position, and he's looking for a good-looking ball there to get Etienne into the mix of things. So this one is Tyreek Charles giving away possession there. This game has been on. This one he's sliding in through, and this one is Taron George. Oh, he's turning and turning nicely, hitting a good-looking shot there. Getting too much of it, just leaning back and hitting that one over the crossbar. I think Stevens, as a goalkeeper, has not shown his commanding side of things. He's not been demanding his defenders to give more. And this one is just slipping, and it's straight to Etienne. A poor clearance. The Etienne into George. This one is bubbling up, and George has a chance here. He's in. And Taron George unable to put that one away. Possession is back with the Dominicans, and it's that man Etienne again. Etienne bluffs this one over, up and over. This one is a chance here, and there's a chance, and he's off the crossbar. Boy, oh boy, Taron George unable to. And it's Carlisle Prevost hitting the crossbar. Stevens was beaten for all money. You see the shot here again. This one is slid through nicely. Etienne getting on to Prevost. Prevost. Bit of a scamper there. Yeah, white, red. 17. Yeah, that's Lockhart with Gian Lockhart with the shot. So Dean Ambu. So Taron George and the Dominicans with the bulk of the exchanges here in the opening 25 minutes or so. Bit of chaos there, looking to get this clearance, and Etienne has been in the heart of everything here, looking to slit his partner Taron George through. So we've seen some good performances here thus far in the early exchanges Football in all its glory. It's a good touch there. It's a crunching tackle there. And Miles Penn is down and out for the count. It's one thing we have noticed as well. The youngsters that are donning the armbands from these respective countries are the players to watch, if it's one thing for certain. So the Dominican outfit has been training since May, and this squad has been together for approximately just over an year, with some creditable names coming out of this camp would have been Taron George, TJ Lewis, the likes of Peter Greenaway, and Asfa Banes, their captain. So this one is a good looking turn there in the middle of the park. Slid through here. And this one is George. George with the shot, and it's just whiskers away. Word coming to hand. Having some information. Speaking to some reputable members of the Dominican outfit. And they ask, what are there? And this one is George again. Benefit from a poor clearance there. And this one is Etienne and George. And George again in the midst of the thing. He's going to slot this one home. And that's for certain. A brace from Taron George with the Sioux celebration. These two are definitely ones to watch. Taron George and Che Etienne puts their team 3-0 up inside the first 30. So we see Stevens with a poor clearance. Etienne picking up the loose ball and slipping his partner through. And Taron George, in a typical number 9 fashion, slots his team home. When asked earlier what they'll be looking at out of this tournament, they definitely just want to top the group. And definitely it will be a big statement for Dominica, who have never won this but have come close on numerous occasions. So this British Virgin Islands needs to put a lid on things here. It's a nice ball played out from the back. Eventually given away there needlessly. So we're into the final 10 minutes of the first half. So it seems to be a depleted and dejected British Virgin Islands team. The BVI needs to get into this. Miles Penn, you need to lead your team. This one has played nicely. They've played well in spells. This was good take here, but Lockhart with a good ball, and it's that man Etienne. He's given offside. So Stevens has had an indifferent start to proceedings here. Beaten 3 times. I don't think he is deserving of that. So this one is played wide outside. It's a crunching tackle for all money. There is Jay and Lockhart. It's nice to see these youngsters so invested in giving off their all. They are leading 3-0 inside the first half, and they're looking for more. Hungry. This one is a missed kick from the back. Played back relatively easily to Stevens. So one is on the far side there. It's a crunching tackle there. Can't. So it's Shamari Leonard on the ball here now. This one is a bit of Lockhart looking for George. George trying to be a bit too cheeky, but he still manages to find his avid partner in Etienne. This one is a chance here. This one is played in nicely. Header. Daniel Christian here on the ball. Looking for Etienne. Etienne ups and looking for a cross in. Deflection. Straight to Stevens. I think it's a bit of nerves you can see from the BVI outfit. Unable to settle quickly. Guess the halftime talk is going to be a harsh one to see them come out. They've played well in spells, no doubt about it. But Dominica has dominated here. Dean Ambo looking there for pivot, and he's slotting. Oh! Taran George looking for power there. Eventually given offside. So BVI needs to settle in quickly here. Because if they continue at this time, gonna have a cricket score. So Stevens with a goal kick. Aimlessly given, and possession is back into the hand of Prevost. Prevost giving it away. So it's a nice turn. Looking to gather some momentum, and this is a good passage of play here. It's a good couple passes string together. Daniel Christian into Etienne, and Etienne to George. It's a good looking ball, and it's neatly taken. Oh, and he's done all the hard work, taken this one down nicely against the run of play, but unable to see that one in the replay there again. So just some 30 seconds off the allotted 35 minutes remaining here in the first half. Oh, it's a crunching tackle. This one is all for hell for leather there, is Etienne. So it's going to be Fritz to have this through. So it's back with. This one is played out to the left-hand flank. It's a chance here. Unable to find George. Mario Lewis there. Sporting number 5 here. Here's Mario Lewis. This one is hit George again. George pulls back and looking for his partner Etienne here. They're going to have a field day. And this one is a shot on. Scruffed away. And it's going to be given as a corner. So you see the floodlights out in its full glory here. Teams are getting some neutral support here. So we see ball is being signaled to. If it's one thing that we have not seen the the young lads, no ball boys here. So it's be a bit of a case to get the ball back, chase and retrieve here. So this one is played inside. It's a good looking ball and it's a chance. Beating Stevens as well. George unable to make any contact. So that culminates the first half, an eventful half filled with a lot of goals, 3 in fact. And we see Dominica with a commanding lead, 3-0 versus BVI. We're going to have the highlights of the goals. So we see the anthems that were played earlier. By stature and structure, the BVI team looks smaller. See some good, neat footwork in the middle of the park. This one is played out to Christian. Christian out to Etienne. And Etienne. This one is Lockhart. Number 17. Number 9 is George. This one is a good throw here, and it was Etienne making that challenge and slipping George through to a good-looking goal. Trying to slip that one. This one was Afswa Benes with a shot on target, but straight to Stevens. Stevens with a wayward clearance, and this one was tucked into the Etienne, where he made no mistakes and slipped this one through the legs of the oncoming Stevens, and he celebrated gleefully. Jubilant scenes here from the young men. And Taran George with a sucker punch of a finish to put his team 2-0 up. Lockhart with some smart work on the left hand flank, played out to Privos. Privos back to Greenaway. BVI had their talisman in Miles Penn, pinned to the ground, and this one was a good looking shot, but a deflection. Stevens again with a poor piece of work here, putting his defender under pressure, and Etienne benefiting from the not taking any chances and benefiting, and 3-0 the Sioux celebration there, and Taran George with a dub, with a brace. So that's the end of the first half here. Dominica lead 3-0. We'll be back after the break for the second half proceedings. So back here live and for second half action. We see a change. Number 12 coming on. Quinn Pascal Woodfield coming on for the talisman captain Miles Penn, who has picked up an injury. So they sink further in to more troubles. 3-0 down and now losing their captain. That's a footwork there. So it's Lockhart there, the provider in the first half, looking to switch the sides to get Etienne into the game now. There's a shot from outside. Oh, that's a good looking shot there from Mario Lewis. It's a good shot there from Stevens. Has had an indifferent time. So let's not forget, this is another proud production of the CFU under 14 So 6TT, the official ground transportation provider for the 2024 CFU Boys Under 14 Challenge Series coordinators hosted in Trinidad and Tobago. It's a proud sponsor. We see there's a transfer here. Stevens' torrid time continues. So we see small number of crowds coming out here to support neutral football. We see some proud fans donning the BVI flags and so on. So come on down if you manage to just be in the area. Come on down and say hi to us as we bring you this broadcast and coverage. We see this. It's going to be Mario Lewis to take this corner from far end. This one is placed inside as he headed away by Etienne. Not on target. Some good stuff here on show as these talented youngsters display their talent as again, not for certain what has been the team talk, but they need to play the ball a bit faster out of the back and not just lay around. So it's going to be Lockhart that won that. So it's going to be Taron George. Can bet all money here he's going to try to hit the target from this distance out. You've seen the indecisiveness of Stevens, unable to catch those deliveries cleanly. And it's a good looking free kick, bang, just a bit high. Good technique on display by the young man. I like the looks of him. I know I made mention earlier that certain numbers you associate with what we would say the better players, or you have to have a certain pedigree to wear certain numbers, and he's donning the number 9 color, number 9 t-shirt. As we see, he's a smart bit of work. Guilford has been handed the armband. In fact, it's Ethan Mohammed. This one is nicely played out to the right-hand side. Shamari Leonard has not really come to the party and come into the game here. He's taken his time to come into his own. And Edric Augustin has been a bare bystander in the Dominican goal. Has not been really troubled this afternoon at all. So it's going to be Mohammed to try to get his team back. Oh, he's a bad miss there. Pink boots. Unable to stop that one. good ball. Switching sides nicely here, these youngsters. This one is Walker Davis. Good posture, good technique on display here from this young man, number 5, in Mario Lewis. It's a good looking ball there in for Etienne, and he's needing to square this one back, and his goal is tucked away nicely, toe poked into the far corner. Eventually given offside, a delayed decision there by the assistant. Should have seen it, because we knew Etienne would have definitely gone off in his Sioux celebration. This one is Asfabanis. It's going to be Ambo. Ambo looking to slide George through, but unable. So it's a good looking period of play here from the Dominicans. Dominating, continuing from where they left off. This one is well win. One back in the middle of the park there. So it's Woodfield coming on. This is George. Looking up, struggling to get his feet around that ball, and it's going to be Etienne again. It's a good bit of, ooh, that's a good feel. I like the look of Etienne. He has that sort of Iron Robin kind of feel, going down the left flank and coming in, taking on the defenders one-on-one and without any trouble at all. This is Lewis again. To Prevost. Prevost turns and turns nicely in the middle of the park. Slides this one through. Unable to get to the foot of Lockhart. Referee calls for a foul. No, at this pretty tender age of just 14 and under, you know, there's so much emotions and going on, and it's nice to see that they still have the ability to play structured football, as we may see. See, this one is foul just outside the area. I think a goal will definitely change the perspective and outline of this game somewhat. Add a little wind in the sails of this BVI outfit. This one is played in nicely, straight to the goalkeeper. It's probably bemused to see the ball come this close to him. So, come on down. It's CFU action at the Easy Crawford Stadium. Passage of play here, some just growing into their own, some confidence building here. But I like the look. This is the BVI outfit. They're coming together, coming to their own now and saying a never say die attitude. They want to get amongst the points in this group, which is said to be a very tight-lit one. As we see, George is definitely offside there. Etienne holding back the play. Etienne again, it's a good looking ball down the right flank. He beats one. Goes back for some support. This one is played across nicely, looking for George. Unable to get around there. But it's Mario Lewis, he's had a good game. It's well win back there in the middle of the park, and there's a chance here. Possession swings. Lockhart looking to slide this one through. A bit of too much time on his hands there, that's for certain. A good step over there from Prevost. Prevost into George, and George is going to have a crack at this one. On his up and over. High and handsome. There's going to be another change here. So it's going to be James Tucker Davis for Akuri Sebastian. And it's going to be Devin Daly for Delani Gordon. So 2 changes here to add some life to the BVI cause. This one is played in the middle of the park there again. Dean Ambo. Oh, and Progress again with a good looking shot there, but it's straight of the defender. This one is a known nonsense clearance from the young man that just came on, Delani Gordon. This one is smartly played there by Hamilton, Jason Hamilton. Just ushering that one and allowing it to go on. Signal a free kick. This one is played out for another throw. Cena got a lot of nice plays from these youngsters. Let's see that they have been actively watching all the football and transfer markets that have been happening around the world. As we saw the EPL starting today, as mentioned. This one is a scuffle in the middle of the park. They're trying to get this one away. And this one is Prevost. Lockhart into that man. George again is a one-on-one. The keeper. And he's offside again. Like the look of George. George looks to be an out-and-out striker. That's for certain. So news coming to hand. The opening fixture of the EPL. Manchester United picked up 3 points, 1-0. New signing scoring on debut. Ziki. I'm not a bearer of bad news, but I am not much of a Man United supporter. So now we have gone back to the days of Dwight York. This one has slipped through nicely at Etienne. Etienne looking for George. George is going to have a go at this one. He's definitely onside this time and he's turning. It's a good shot indeed, but lacked the power and placement. Let's not forget we play 35 minutes a half. So this one is Joe Field. Played out nicely, a bit of a scuffle there, this one. Greenway with a bit of fancy footwork here and comes in, squares it back. Bit of fancy footwork there indeed. But it's glad to say that this team has looked the part. Some formidable names in there. Etienne and George. We were chatting off air with some of my co-workers. I made mention that I feel like some of these youngsters, they lack the confidence of playing out from the back or keep kicking the ball. And this one he's beating him nicely, and this one he's playing it. Tyreek Charles has gone almost absent here to the front line of this BVI outfit, and this one is George. George again, some nice turning there. Looks like he has so much time on the ball. So that is a yellow card. Thinks like the stretcher is going to be in business here again. So medical attention has definitely been order of the day. So, hello and welcome back there. A little minor delay. Want to apologize for any technical difficulties at this time. Director has just indicated that the time bar is not accurate at this point in time. We're into the 54th minute of this evening's proceedings. As soon as we manage to get that back up and running, it will be rectified. So Dominica continue to dominate this evening's proceedings. See Peter Greenway with the throw there. Number 15 is Greenway. It's very critical for this one. I like the look of George. George looks like a man on a mission. He's beating one, he's beating two, one, he's inside. Boy, oh boy, fancy footwork. That's a bit of skill indeed. Taron George is deserving of that number 9 shoe, that's for certain. So it's a smart bit of work there. Back to Lewis. Lewis is in the center of the park. So the BVI outfit definitely has not turned up to the party here this afternoon. They are in need of something and something special. After losing their captain, has really dampened their spirits. It's almost like shooting themselves in the foot. So this is a free kick inside the yard. One is a good chance there. Unable to make sufficient connection. Goes out for a corner. So they're going to have to make this count. It's going to be Guilford. Guilford is going to try to get this one in. Dealt with quite effectively. Placed out for a throw in now. Comparing it to the first game, I think this game has been a tad bit slower. in the momentum. First game I was playing with at a bit of a friend. I will see a yellow card there being issued to another BVI player. There's going to be a couple more changes here for the Dominican outfit. They are going to rotate some players here. It's going to be number 16 coming off. It's going to be Che Etienne, the talisman. It's going to be Royston Kopil. Ellen Pascal is going to come on as well for Daniel Christian. So rightfully so, the manager, coach, making some changes. Ensuring that his team stays fresh. This tournament is a quick one, not much rest time in between. So it's a lot going on here. So this one is played inside of the box, looking for George. Referee blows for an infringement. So this one is played back again, a nice turn there. Possession changes hands again. Prevost with this one, and looking for George. George looking to grab his hat-trick, that's for certain. So this one is played out for a goal kick. So football, lovely football here. In the Hazy Crawford Stadium. Be sure to come on down and join in the action. Played out to the left hand side, but unable to reach its intended target. This one is a chance again, and George is in chance. Oh, and he misses. He will be ruining at this. He could have easily gone 4 to 5 goals already, is Taron George. He's doing this and making this look easy indeed. George has definitely looked a cut above the rest here. So let's remind you of some of the remaining fixtures in this group. This one is played out nicely, and it's an acrobatic attempt there by George. So tomorrow, Saturday, the British Virgin Islands are in action again for the first game. This one is played out again. Good bit of teamwork there, helping out his partner. This one is boots up. And it's played out nicely. Fairfield. This one is played through Whipped across the face of the goal. Chance for. And it's Lewis. Dealt with quite easily in the end. So the British Virgin Islands continue to fight away. They play the first game of tomorrow's doubleheader. It's a good throw, a good long throw. So you see the adjustment being made. It's now into the 68th minute. So just some 2 minutes remaining from the regulation time. Dominica with a commanding performance here. I think the fat lady is already queued up and waiting to sing. She's into the thick of things already. Taron George will be looking to spot his hat trick, but the BVI outfit has other ideas. A good turn in the middle of the park. He looks up. Needs to get a pass on. Is Charles. So as we wind down in this evening's proceedings, let's not forget 6th TT, the official ground transportation provider for the 2024 CFU Boys Under 14 Challenge Series, hosted right here in Trinidad and Tobago. This one is a good turn. Foul given. Oh boy, so this is a good ball played out, but unable to make any contact. Oh geez. So into the final seconds of the regulation time. Dominicans can smell the victory already. So a bit of technical difficulties there again. Didn't miss much as we are back here now with Prevost. This one is Lewis. Etienne Pascal. So load. This one he's turning nicely. Played right outside the outside of the boot. This one is played all the way back to Edric Augustine. So this one is played out looking for a shot away out. Bit of a cause for concern here. Probably a little bit of cramp and fatigue setting in. So as we culminate the second game here in this evening's proceedings, Dominica marching on for 3 points and 3 goals indeed. they will join the Turks and Caicos at the top of the table. They may just be ahead of them without conceding. So it's been a good outing and a good showing from the Dominican outfit. Just managed to be a minor delay here at this time. This one is a in swinger swinging in out for a goal kick. Uncertain as to how many time will be added on in this fixture. It's one thing the medics had a full day ahead. They have been very active. So we see a couple more substitutions being made here. It's number 6, Dean Ambo, making way for Jaswani Blaze, and Marlo Lewis making way for Lemar Frederick. So a lot of changes being made. BVI also getting in a change there. They'll taking off Shamari Leonard. For Kajani Perves. So in the dying stages here, not much they can salvage. This is a good turn from the young man straight up, looking to apply some intent and be a little bit aggressive, running at the players. So good work here. Four teams on show. Definitely pulling them their weights. This one's played out nicely. Shot of a shot. Thought of a shot. This one is crunching tackle. I think he's gonna get a card for that. Ooh. So a couple more changes being made here. Oh, this is an interesting fact. We've seen a goalkeeper change. We've seen a goalkeeper change. With some approximately this one played out to the right hand side. The chance for a cross. So finishing up here is the Dominican outfit looking to close off this one with a commanding victory of 3-0 versus British Virgin Islands. This one is played out nicely, looking to thread the needle. But it's closing up shop. So this brings the keeper Kian Buchana. This one is a free. Oh my. Given offside eventually. So I think this may be the last of the players. We see Zad Chelwell making room to come on down. It's gonna be this one is played out nicely. Good fight here by the Vikings team. This one. So this is a good looking ball again. It's played in a very good competitive field. They have fought straight down to the end. This BVI outfit, they were never really in the game from the get-go. Those two early strikes put them on the back foot, and they never found the going tough from here on in. Sliding this one through, looking to thread the needle. And other ideas indeed. And it's a chance of an open goal here. He's gonna make them count. Straight to him. Stevens, his torrid game continues. We've seen a trait of a lot of goalkeepers in these two fixtures being held accountable for goalkeeping errors. I think that's something that needs to be rectified. So the center of the park here is Dominica. They come. And that's the end of that. Dominica dominating the British Virgin Islands with a commanding 3-0 victory. That brings the end of this evening's proceedings. So a resounding win. Dominica, the three first half strikes, unable to grab another in the second half. But a pretty good showing here by these two teams. Let's recap what happened a bit earlier. So let's not forget the action continues tomorrow with a double header again tomorrow, Saturday. If you manage to be in and around the Port of Spain and environs area, come on down and lend a helping hand and see if you can be the eye to spot the next top talent coming out of the Caribbean. We head to the highlights. We see George with the Sioux celebration. Etienne again to George. And was straight to the keeper, Stevens. He had a rough day at the office. One to forget. They played well in spells, that's for certain. And they created a lot of chances. BVI played their hearts out. They had a better second half, that's for certain. We see some mix-ups in the middle of the park. But George, without the question of a doubt, I think Teron George will be our man of the match for this evening's proceedings. Teron George, number 9, living up to his expectations of wearing the number 9 t-shirt. We saw some injuries along the way. This one was Lockhart with that piece of skill on the outside. This is where the mistake happened. Lockhart. So there you had it. Dominica ramping home to a 3-0 victory over the British Virgin Islands. On behalf of the entire support staff here, I want to say thank you, viewers, for viewing. Be sure to check us out on the next day. Enjoy, good night, and be safe.
It doesn't matter if you speak English, or if your native tongue is French, Spanish, or Dutch. It doesn't matter if you are male or female, young or young at heart. We in the Caribbean Football Union speak the same language. Football.
Football.
Football. Football.
Football.
And we speak with one voice.
Official ground transport provider for the 2024 CFU Boys Under 14 Challenge Series. Coordinators hosted in Trinidad and Tobago. 6TT, the official ground transportation for all your rental needs. Be sure to check us out.
This is your captain.
I get it, rules are rules if he's grounded.
Subway Series presents the Italianos, 3 new subs made with an Italian flair. Say ciao to the zesty hotshot Italiano, the tastier than ever ultimate BMT, or go all in with the boss. Each served with a free 16-ounce drink. Elevate your game at Subway.
Bob, I know it's dangerous, but you're the only one who can unite the people.
You ready, Bob?
No guns can stop this message. I want the world to change. And that time is now.
This is my message to you.
It doesn't matter if you speak English, or if your native tongue is French, Spanish, or Dutch. It doesn't matter if you are male or female, young or young at heart. We in the Caribbean Football Union speak